We all know that Masons are a bit of a mystery. Books like The Da Vinci Code and movies like National Treasure only add to that mystery, and that's kind of fun. But to the people being treated for cancer at the University of Minnesota Masonic Cancer Center, or the children and their families being treated at the Masonic Children's Hospital, the Masons aren't a mystery. In fact, the Masons have become synonymous with giving, with charity.
When I was an undergraduate, and I was actually an undergraduate here at the University of Minnesota, I was interested in two big mysteries. What is the human genome like? And also, what is cancer? In my lab, we're working on finding the unique vulnerabilities that each cancer has based on the genetic alterations that are present. And the way I like to explain it to people is that every superhero has their unique weakness, that Achilles heel. For Superman, it's kryptonite. We're finding those factors, those drugs, the tumor cells are uniquely sensitive to compared to normal cells. The Masonic Cancer Center Discovery Lab is this newly renovated space that we're in, where we've co-localized labs that are doing research on nervous system tumors, so brain tumors and nerve tumors, all in one place. So physician scientists, basic scientists, all together in one space, collaborating to try to make a difference for these tumors. The gifts from the Minnesota Masonic Charity have allowed us to create new research space that allows us to hire new faculty, tackle new high-risk, high-reward problems by funding early-stage projects at the pilot level that we can use to compete for national funding later. Now's the time that we're going to start having more and more breakthroughs, better and better therapies, what we really want to achieve, which is to make cancer no longer such a feared problem in our society.
Healthy brains, it means everything. Everything relates to developing strong and healthy brains. And so it's critical that we get our kids on the right track. I don't think people realize the crown jewel that exists here at the University of Minnesota. We're very interested in hitting the ground running here as the Masonic Institute for Developing Brain opens. There are several discoveries that are currently emerging. One of them is called the Adolescent Brain and Cognitive Development Study. This study is examining 9 and 10-year-olds and following them with brain imaging and lots of other assessments over the next 10 years. How does being on a cell phone or watching multimedia affect brain development? What are some of the early signs of early depression at early ages and signs of very devastating things like suicide? So we are making some very early discoveries, with studies like this that are associated with the Institute that we think will have a potential to have a big impact on policy and treatment in the very near future. Well, the gift from the Minnesota Masonic Charities and the Masons of Minnesota is transformational. We're very grateful for the support.
Clara's 4 years old, and we found out she had Down syndrome when she was born. And so right from the start, she's been in therapies for speech and PT and OT. We started coming to the Masonic Clinic a little over a year ago, and Clara sees Jillian as her therapist, and she adores her.
Oh, Clara, she is a delightful little young girl. When she first started here, she came with a lot of sign language.
I think that Clara has really done well here because just right from the start it feels warm when you enter. It doesn't feel like we're going to the doctor's office or going somewhere scary.
Our services are unique because having worked in other facilities and medical facilities, we are able to kind of work a little more unrestricted. We're not under the influence of any insurance company telling us who we can and cannot see and how we should provide their therapy. Since COVID started, our referrals have doubled, so it shows just the need in our community for children to receive speech therapy services right now during this hard time.
So when we started coming to the clinic, Clara had, maybe 15 words verbally, and now, she's definitely saying 3-4 word sentences. She's able to tell us that she wants popcorn for breakfast and all these things that that she would never have been able to say, and just being able to understand your child and hear their needs and communicate with them is just such a blessing. I guess I'm just so appreciative of Masonic clinics and the opportunity that we have to come to a place like this for Clara to receive such loving and caring support from people who know best and who are able to guide her with their speech and just really help her to grow.
Our mission grants are also very important to us. It gives us the opportunity to work with organizations who have missions that align and complement ours. Organizations that help veterans, or organizations like Crescent Cove that help young children and their families who are going through difficult times. That's really something that we're especially proud of.
Well, when I first came, I remember just feeling like I've never been in a setting like this before. And as I was here longer, I started to feel like there was like pixie dust just kind of glittering down on everything because it's so magical. Crescent Cove is a living environment filled with staff that love to be here, as well as children and families that entrust their children to us. The children that qualify for being here are those who have life-limiting condition or have been designated as end of life. This is an opportunity to break away from their home and be here for just a lot of fun. Some parents have called it like a Disneyland for their child. So they're here, they get highly skilled nursing care 24/7. Everything that nurses or their family do for them in their home, no matter how complex, they're able to come here and have the same level of care. Parents will never be denied staying here and they will never see a bill. Well, when children come here, in addition to all of their cares being taken care of, they have art therapy, music therapy. Our staff will have theme days. They have different crafts and different activities. We will accept any child that qualifies to be here at Crescent Cove. The donation from Minnesota Masonic Charities is very meaningful for us. Sometimes people don't always look at the fact that we have to pay our staff. And so our nurses are here. They could be choosing to be in hospitals. They could be choosing to be in clinics. There's a nationwide nursing shortage. They feel drawn and called to be here, so they're choosing to be here because they believe in the mission. People might see it as someplace that's sad, but it's really someplace that the children and families, even during end of life, come here to live.
When COVID hit here, everybody was pretty scared.
We didn't really know what COVID was or what to expect.
I remember the day that Jim came onto the unit.
Like a lot of our patients, when he first came on, he was pretty weak.
And he got very sick.
It was like a month. He was not getting better and he kept losing weight, so they said, you can come visit him. It's a one family member, one time for an hour to come visit him. So you can do that now or do it at the end, but he's not doing well.
I didn't know if he was gonna beat COVID, and I'll be damned if he didn't.
After he ended up back in his regular room, a couple of the nurses that were taking care of him in the COVID unit called me, and they said, we just can't believe that Jim is doing this great.
To see Jim personally graduate off the unit, that lets me know that the whole team certainly did something right. That was a great, great day when we were able to graduate Jim.
I would like to say thank you to the staff. I did send the COVID unit a thank you box of cookies and a note for them because I felt that they needed to hear it from the family because he says thank you a lot, but I don't think he knows quite what he's saying thank you for. They were, oh, I'm gonna get emotional. The staff was here for him when we couldn't be.
To us, Masonic charity is simply the doing of good for good's sake. We've been blessed with the generosity of brothers and sisters who have come before us. And I hope that you understand that it's our responsibility as Masons and Stars to provide that same opportunity to the brothers and sisters who come after us.